try this again. Back at it, going back outside. Hopefully, again, we can maintain that. Hopefully we can maintain the signal. And I am effectively going to be digging a hole in the shade. Hopefully, we're going to lose that shade here in a little bit though. I should have started digging earlier. But as I messed around doing other stuff. So we're just going to set this up here like this. And you can see where I'll be digging over there. Just watch me do the work. Hopefully maintain that signal. And go from there. Let's see. Let's double check the feed. Who's with me? Who's back with me? Who's continuing to hang out and listen in? And the funness, the fun of digging. Yay, we're back. Yes, we're back. Had to restart. Yes, had to restart it. But let's see here. What I want to do is find it here so I can maintain. I might have to go back and forth just to maintain the signal. I appreciate you being here, Matthew Mommy's World. Is that what you prefer me to call you, Matthew and Mommy's World, or something else? I really appreciate you being here, though. Thank you so much. Inbox. Let's see. Now loving your channel. Divining Rods Part 2. Loading. Uh-oh. Yeah, I have coffee watching. I want to see how that works. Yes, indeed. Cherry Rose is my name. All right. Shall I call you Cherry or Rose or Cherry Rose? What do you prefer? Happy to say however you like. I appreciate you sharing. That's nice to know. And when I'm on your live streams, would you prefer me to just refer you to, not say Cherry Rose on your live streams? Because I know, it's like, oh, I don't want people to know my name, which is why you have Matthew Mommy's World. But I appreciate that, Cherry Rose, sharing that with me on my live stream. All right, so we're just gonna leave this here and hopefully maintain the signal. It might get worse because I'm gonna have to put it low to the ground. So we'll see. Show your shoes. I'm wearing cowboy boots here, partner. And you'll see them here in just a moment when I start digging this hole right there. Yeah? So I like to wear gloves when I use these hand tools. And because I'm so far away from the chat, it's going to be hard for me to see. Wow, it's getting warm. I shouldn't have worn a black t-shirt, black shirt, Or your name, Mommy's, I'm good. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. I appreciate that, Cherry Rose. I prefer to use your name, if that's okay with you. All right, so the rods, we'll just stick this over here. Show your shoes, that's funny. I probably won't care too much for the grass in this location when I'm ultimately done with it all. But just a little bit, trying to maintain top layer. Again, I'm looking for PVC pipe. I'm not digging very aggressively because I don't want to bust the pipe either. I just want to find it. But it's 18 inches deep, so I could dig aggressively for the first foot probably. Got decent soil still. Coming up when it looks like sand. Bring you a little closer. Hopefully maintain the signal. All right, let's see here. Orchid Fudge, thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. Jordan Washington, good to see you. All right, Cherry Rose, let's see. Let's look down in the hole for a second. Not much yet, nothing yet. But you can see the progress. If I do like this, orientation is locked. Here, I don't want to get too far away from the house for fear of losing the signal. So we're just gonna stay right here, hopefully maintain the signal once again. All right, continue on. Hitting some rocks. And I'm not putting a lot of effort into digging. Once again, I don't want to bust the pipe open by being aggressive with my dig, with my tools. And just enjoying the process, you know? Enjoying this process of digging a hole. When I go to the beach, whenever we go to the beach, a lot of sand here right now. Whenever we go to the beach, I like to dig a hole. That's like my thing. I just dig a hole near the water and then let it fill in and then redig the hole. That's my enjoyment at the beach. I can't just lay there and work on the tan, you know? A little bit at a time also. A little bit at a time. They say, what do we say? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, right? Oh, there goes the glasses. Let's move these over off to the side here. Let's see, just avoid the beach. Yeah, right? Just avoid the beach indeed. That's a way as well. Avoid it completely. You know what I forgot to do? I wanted to time lapse me digging the hole. So I got my GoPro here, so we're gonna do that real quick also. I forgot to set it up. Time lapse. And we'll set it up for 1 second intervals. Time lapse. Yeah, we'll do this. That's good. Doot. coming up to some sand and a lot of gravel, it looks like. They're very rocky and gravelly, where it makes it difficult to penetrate the earth. Yeah, not big rocks, medium-sized rocks, small rocks, but they do make it a little difficult. And my hole is small for now because I don't want to tear up the entire yard as I go, but a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. It's all rock. A lot of rocks. It's almost like, what's up with all these rocks? Getting lower to the ground, so it's just easier on my back. I'm an old man, you know? I'm an old man, so I gotta be smart. Gotta be smart about my movements, the ergonomics of working. And so once again, the goal is to simply find, look at this baby, that's pretty big. That looks like broken concrete also, or cement. I mean, it's pretty flat on both sides. That's not a regular rock. It's like, was there a road under here before also? Or something? And that they just laid grass over it? A little bit at a time. It's getting more rocks. Big ones too. You're not that old. I appreciate that, Orchid Fudge. I guess it's just the body feels old, you know? And yeah, not that old, but still, I've been through a lot in my lifetime where the simplest tasks, you know, I have to be smart about doing. Like digging from this position here lower would be worse on my back versus taking a knee like I'm doing right now and doing it. At some point I may have to get aggressive with these rocks because they're just not moving. But these rocks are probably here to protect the pipe that's buried underneath. Probably, right? We have to take care of our body. Yes, exactly, Orchid Fudge. We do. Be smart. We just gotta be smart about what we're doing to it, right? Between our activity to include how we fuel it, all right? Like I should have brought some water out here for one. You hear all that? That's all rock. I'm only about a foot deep, I think. And we're hitting gray clay. That's all gray clay. All right, reconnected. Cool. Yeah, that sounds like concrete or rock. All right, I'm glad I caught it from a standpoint of the signal. So I had to walk closer to the house to retain that signal again. All right, so let's do this. Just maybe we'll stay a little closer to the house. You guys can watch me dig from this perspective. I've got the iPad over there so I can still chat. Whew. All right, cool. Let's continue on. Yeah, but that's rocks. I'm hitting a lot of rocks. At least I can break them up, you know? Angling and hitting the dirt with the corner of my shovel is the technique that I'm using right now, just to get through some of this. Hitting it flat, more surface area of the blade will prevent me from getting deeper. So, yes. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to change the setting on this to be all messages, because it's only I'm only receiving the top messages. Okay, chat filter, all messages. And of course, because I'm not really paying attention to the chat, if you experience someone being mean and you're a moderator, you know, get rid of them. You have my permission. It looks like we're buffering again. back. Looks like we lost the signal and then we came back. Ibanawe in Canada, middle of shout out to you. Thanks for stopping in. I'm digging a hole right now. This is live. Thank you very much for being here. I monitor the chat when I can. Of course, come back to my live stream later and I'll give you a wrench so that you can connect. I can't do that right now. I'm wearing gloves and I'm digging. I'm focused on the dig. Lots of gravel. I got to bust through here. I feel like I'm rowing a boat. Similar actions, similar movement. What's going on in the chat? Anything new? Nothing new. I appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, a lot of rocks. A lot of gravels. And they're pretty good sized ones also that's preventing me from getting through. You know? Getting through easily anyway. Size rock there. And if this is like this the entire way of the driveway, holy smokes, I am screwed. You know, thank you very much for being here, Mimi Bear. I have the camera far away to maintain the signal, the Wi-Fi signal to the house. Whew. Let me change the camera and go around a little bit. Whew, warm, very warm out here. At least it's not super hot. Could be worse, could be a lot worse, you know. More rocks. Take them out. Well, it's easy to do. Sometimes just easier to use hand, you know. Yeah, this thing can't really get down anymore in there. This is the tool to use. Good to see you, Mimi Bear. Thank you for being here. So all I'm doing is scraping with the corner of the shovel, breaking it up and loosening the rocks that are in the way. Take out the rocks by hand, and then we'll just continue on in this manner. It's almost like, man, I should have set up some type of a great sieve system, which I have the materials for, to continue the dig. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just digging. Looking for the water pipe. PVC water pipe, a little bit at a time. And then once I find it, I'll trench all the way down 18 inches deep. Big rocks. Epic trick shot, Master Veer. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. You captured some Fortnite video yet? I want to see your gameplay. Not yet. Will do. Yeah. It'll be cool to watch you play also. Maybe you go live too. You know? That would be cool. Actually, come to think about it, you know? I mean, I think it's always cool. What is that? Did I find gold? I found gold, something shiny. It's a piece of plastic or fish scaler plastic. Not gold. Fooled ya. Fool's gold. Right? A little bit at a time, just hitting with the corner. If I'm putting a lot of force into it, the concern, of course, is, and I'm also digging, I'm not wearing eyeglasses or eye protection, so I don't want too many gravel chunks flying around, you know. Appreciate everybody being here and hanging out and watching me dig a hole. This is an interesting live stream. So I use the divining rods to locate the approximate position of where this PVC pipe is. Is it here? Good question. But if I can find it, then guess what? This is where we'll tie in, and we'll just lay a new pipe as opposed to repairing. You know what, Epic Veer? The other gentleman, Born Journey, I think you were away at the time, but we were talking about computer stuff, and I was like, you know what? Here's a challenge. Everybody take a 60-second video, horizontal video of your computer system and post that to YouTube. And he said, I'll do that. And so he did. He described his system as pretty cool. Born Journey from the other day. Pretty good system he's got there. Lots of nice blue lights. I liked it. So if you got a computer system, also do that too. I'd like to see that. And talk to us. Tell us about your system. Wow, a lot of gravel. So instead of trying to force the shovel down, I'm doing a lot of just pick and pry. A pick and then pry. Saves the back. Because this is going to be a longer project versus not having any gravel down here. And it's like, where exactly is this freaking water pipe at? Well, the divining rod said they're down here. Orchid Fudge, I posted my system on Instagram, Jason. Oh, that's awesome, Orchid Fudge. I don't think we're connected on the Instagram though. But if you want to put it on YouTube, I would like to see that too. Orchid Fudge. Yeah, in fact, everybody that's here, let's see a video of your on YouTube. I don't really use Instagram, so I don't communicate via Instagram at all, as flies starting to bite me. I felt that bite. I would rather be digging in clay right now than rock, you know? I'd rather be digging in clay than rock, than all this stuff. What looks like asphalt down there in that one. Holy cow. That's a big rock. That's pretty big. Gee. Let's take some of this out. Yeah, I gotta clear the space, even though it's loose, because it's good to. The slightest rock will cause the deflection of the shovel blade into the intended target. So clear it, redig, clear, and I'm not even digging. I'm just placing the shovel and prying. And the funny thing is, I could be digging in the wrong spot too. You know? The water pipe could very well be underneath the concrete still. I want to stand up for a moment. Veer, when will you turn on the PC? Today. I'm gonna turn on the new PC build today. That'll be probably in the evening. I want to do outside projects when I've got sunlight, you know? It's like I'm going to try to play outside more now that the weather is nice, when it's nice outside. Yeah, gravel mixed with hard clay. Let's see, orchid fudge. Needs to unpack the rest of the house. I'll post a tour of the new house. Oh wow, that's news to me. Congratulations on your new home. I think I left my coffee up top. That's exciting. New home. My wife and I have been through so many moves where it's like we just unpack everything and then sort it all out later on. You know? Just to get rid of the boxes. It's like, oh, we know what goes there, but then we just sort it out. On the fly, so to speak, and we just get it done as fast as possible to get rid of the cardboard furniture, so to speak, right? We just moved 2 days ago. Nice. That's awesome. Congratulations. Whew. So this is interesting. Let's say I get to 18 inches through all this gravel that's here, right? Can I expect this type of terrain all the way down and across the length of that driveway? You know what I mean? Because if this is what it's going to be like all the way down, just to get to 18 inches, I mean, right now I'm probably at about below grade or below the driveway, 14 inches, and I still haven't found any, what do you call it, any pipe. Because the idea is to find the pipe, cut into it, lay a new pipe all the way down. But holy smokes, it's almost like maybe it truly is easier to repair it just do it at the, what do you call it? It depends on the amount of effort I want to put into it. This would be the most economical way, I think, to dig a whole trench all the way down. And I do know they make, what do you call it? Like a ditch witch. But this is a lot of gravel. Oh, yeah, how to get through that? I don't know about that, man. But I will rent one if I know it can do that. So if anybody in the chat has ever used a ditch witch, let me know. Can it get through what you can assume what you're looking at here and digging through? Cause I wanna know if a ditch witch can dig a trench 18 inches deep. I wanna know if it can get the job done. Cause this is backbreaking. I wanna know. I'm getting some really nice pack of gravel here now too. Let's see, this was my 15th time. Oh wow, 15th move. And that's pretty cool. I mean, exciting and cool. I'd have to do some actual thinking to figure out how many moves I've made, you know? Because this is let's see, as far as houses go, because I've had several military moves. No. Uh-oh. Let's take a water break, see if I can reestablish the connection. Whew. All right, sounds good, Orchid Fudge. I'm gonna get some water also. And I think I also want to get the battery pack for this as well. I left it upstairs in my office. I didn't think it was gonna take this long. Let's see, we're at 69%, so we're okay for now. You're live. Excellent. Good, good, good. Whew. Water break. Oh, I should have turned off the GoPro. It's sitting in the sun. All right, I'll be right back. Hey, honey. I didn't want to work on the shower while you were sleeping.
That's more important.
Yeah. I'm live also digging a hole. Ooh. You all right? Ooh.
Are you hungry?
No.
What did you eat?
10?
Hey, you get hungry, text me.
Okay.
Don't get shaky.
All right, I'll do it.
Let it get that far, you know.
I know. Hear that, YouTube? I'm gonna put it in this.
It's because I care about you.
Thanks, babe. Let me refill this some more. The top colder water. I forgot that I put the rotation of the water in the wrong spots.
I don't think there's any Gatorade.
Yeah, there is.
There is?
Mm-hmm.
In the other fridge?
Mm-hmm. And you know what? While I'm here, I'm gonna I'll eat a handful of trail mix.
It's a good thing only you eat that because you haven't washed your hands. And your gloved hand touched the top of the water bottle.
What?
Yeah, dude. You're dude.
Oh, I left the dividing rods inside. Just see, I'm digging a hole. In a hole. I'm looking for a water pipe. Oh, I forgot. What do you call it? Inside. My other glove. All right. I'll be right back. So I'm going back here. I can get my dividing rods. Let's see if it works even better. Now they got a hole dug. Yeah. Forgot my glove. Whew. You need a probe rod there. So if I use it, so check, you don't, it's not, I got a lot of gravel. That probe rod's not going to get through all that. It's not going to end around through all the different nooks and crannies. There's a lot of rock. Good idea if I were to do that. But check it out here. Getting all scientific. You need a probe rod. Yeah, I agree with you. The probe would be good, but it's not straight dirt. It's not sand. All right. Whew. When I get down over there, I lose signal. So that's why internet's weak right there. Probably because the two vehicles behind me are blocking the signal. Because the router is right inside that door. You know, we need to raise it up some. You know, raise the cellular phone up higher. So if I leave it here, and we'll just go back to digging, you can see I'm using these dividing rods, which will move if there's water below it, presumably speaking. You know, it's free floating. You know, when I go out here, they move to like right here. So it's like it's telling me that there's water pipe right here, right? So you could see. Maybe that's the wind. No frickin' way, dude. Let's see if it's stronger over here. Now that I've got the hole exposed. So it's saying that it's real close to the, what do you call it? I don't know. You know, it's kind of a voodoo doctor-ish, right? Which works for me. All right, I'm gonna continue digging and looking for this pipe that's buried underneath here somewhere. I appreciate you guys hanging out, watching me do the thing. But lots of rocks, big, you know, small, big. A rod's not gonna go straight down through. especially all this clay and the rock and hard pack. Dusty, I'm sure you've used the ditch witch before. Can it get through gravel? Because that's what I'm thinking to do once I find a pipe. Cut the pipe here and lay new pipe all the way down to the water meter. You know what? I've actually got an auger in the garage. That's a big freaking piece of rock right there. Dusty, I'm stripping the flat top griddle. Nice. Letting vinegar and baking soda soak in again. Already wire brush grinder. Dude, video it. Let's see the video. That sounds like a, hey, this is how you strip it. That's a great one. I think it would be a great one to share. Let's see it, Dusty. Got it. That's a big rock right there. Why? All right. Still no water pipe. I thought about going live because it was better there. Removing rust and reasoning. Nice. Beaver, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Dusty, I think that anything you do, because you're a do-it-yourselfer as well, you know, it's pretty exciting to see that kind of stuff, I think. If you ever get a flat top griddle for outside, make sure it has a lid. Ours does not, and the cheap cover and the silicone mat don't do any good. Yeah. Yeah, I seen you played Fortnite and it said you were live. Oh yeah, sorry Beaver, this is, right now is not a Fortnite live. Right now is a digging a hole live. I will go for Fortnite live later on this evening. Fortnite is my day live streams, or is my night live streams. And then my day ones have to do usually with, unless I'm playing Fortnite obviously, you know, do it yourself stuff. like a little vlog, you know. And between electronics or outdoor work, you know, because, you know, I like chainsaws. But I followed, subscribed. I appreciate that, Beaver. Thank you so much. Are you a content creator as well? Because if you are, then I'll make sure to connect as well and support. Because that's what we do. Take care of each other. Help each other grow. We grow stronger together. As me and my Fortnite gaming community like to say, and drone friends as well, you know, and my Filipino karaoke friends. I think I'm the only Filipino live streamer in the karaoke group that doesn't sing live. You know, graphics look nice outside. Yeah, right. Hey, you know what? Since you're a Fortniter, check it out. Touching grass, bro. Touching grass. And dirt. But yeah, when I play Fortnite, I don't just sit there and play Fortnite. Whenever I get a win, I reward myself with pull-ups. You know, I reward myself with exercise. And so that's what it's all about. You know, you'll see me play with my heart rate monitor, which tells me I'm getting fit. You know, you hear all that gravel, Dusty? All right, big rocks. Feel like the Flintstones right now, you know. Remember that TV show? The Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're blah 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 blah. Down in the town of Bedrock. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Meet the Flintstones. They're a yabba dabba. It's a yabba dabba do time. A dabba do time. You'll have a gay old time. All right, let's see here. Follow, subscribe right now. It's a do it yourself live. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Grab. Oh my God, you're knee deep. I am not in the hole, Dusty. I'm just kneeling. Right? I am though. That's another way to call it being knee deep, right? Man, these rocks are horrible. Because my house is on a slab. I don't know where the water goes into the house, like a normal house. You know, the disadvantage of having a house that's on a slab, you don't know where your main water line is. So it's like, what do I do? What do you do when you have a water line break, which is what's going to happen? And I think the water line break is over there, but it's underneath the concrete because that's where it's leaking. You know. Later I'll go live installing a new shower head as well. If you guys are interested in seeing that, maybe when I get tired of digging this hole and be like, screw it, you know? Where it's like, it's not worth my time to break up the concrete where the concrete's broken, or where it is, to repair the hole there and lay a new line. Because this is ridiculous. But I'm not digging hard. You know, one drive, pry, drive and pry, drive and pry. As much as I want to dig the auger out of the shed, I'm not going to. Maybe I'll do that when I get to point of requiring it, or once I find the line, be like, all right, cool, I'm just going to use it to punch holes 18 inches deep when the time comes, when the time is right, you know. Oh wow, I got to catch up on the chat. What part of the world is this? Looks nice out. I am in Virginia Beach, Virginia. I can only hear bits and pieces of the last heard you were singing Flintstones. Well, you're gonna get a Wi-Fi booster and mount that thing in the outside of the house. Yes, I thought you put an extra router in the garage for this problem. You know what, Dusty? I didn't get to it. I haven't got to it. The router that I was planning to use, the old router, is not a good one. So I've got some. I'm researching. You know, I think instead of using old gear, in order for me to provide you guys with a proper good stream outside, I want to get the proper and good gear, as you know. But this project, if I have to pay full price for this repair, as far as having someone come in here to do it, I may not have that project may have to get postponed to a later time. Look at this. 1, 2. These are big gravel rocks. What the heck? Were these put here on purpose to protect the line? And it's so well done. Snap. This is ridiculous. Nice. So you do desktop and in real life streams? Yes, sir. I do, Beaver. I do. Yep, you can see it. It's all on my channel. All the different types of streams that I do. Desktop, live stream from the gameplay, and then out and about doing stuff. Work. What part of the world are you in there, Beaver? I'm assuming America, but could be wrong, being that I think the beaver is a North American animal. I don't know if there are beavers in other parts of the world. Could be wrong. Not informed. Not sure what IRL is. In real life, Dusty. But he desktop drinks when he presses games and he doing a project inside the house. Desktop live, not drinks. I drink milk. When people hear drink, they think alcohol. So I feel like I need to specify. IRL in real life. India, Romeo, Lima. In real life, Dusty. Cool. You learned something new today, Dusty. We're going to learn something new today. I'm from a small reservation in Canada, like population of 1,000, but I moved to U.S. with my wife in California. Outstanding. We're a Fortnite. Oh, that's awesome. You know what, Beaver? Me too. Here, I'll tell you a story. I started video editing around 2022, like more seriously with a computer. My laptop wasn't cutting it, so I had my son build me a gaming or a video editing computer. And so as a result of that, I was like, wow, this is a pretty powerful computer. This was in 2022. If you're interested in looking at my computer specs, go to jasonlavarius.com. It's underneath JPC, the menu heading for JPC, or jasonlavarius.com/JPC. That's Juliet, Papa, Charlie. JPC. And so, I talked to my brother. He's a computer guy, programming type of guy, IT guy. I picked him up from the airport and his family for Christmas in 2023. So December 27th, 2023. I picked him up from the airport. And on the way home, I was like, yo, dude, I'm looking for a game for my computer. I got a gaming computer, a video editing computer that's pretty high speed, 3080 Ti, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't that sure of the specs. In fact, I'm in the process of doing a computer build right now for a coworker. First time for me to do a computer build. We'll segue, we'll talk about that in a minute. But my brother talked about Fortnite this and Fortnite that. He said his son got him into playing Fortnite. And so they're playing Fortnite since October of 2023. He introduced Fortnite to me in December 27th, 2023. I downloaded the computer when we got home. And then we basically played from like 8, 9 p.m. after dinner. You know, my wife made food. His wife made food. They made food. And I pretty much play every day. Have played every day with the exception of travel. Or when I'm not playing Fortnite, right? Since that day. I started live streaming Fortnite. I actually live streamed that first time because I was already live streaming IRL stuff, drone stuff. You know? But yeah, I've been playing Fortnite and live streaming since, I've been live streaming prior to that. I think it was an experiment. I'm like, oh, how do people live stream? You know, and I went live driving for the very first time. I was on my way to go see my son play some rugby. He's in college now, and so yeah. So my son plays, sometimes he usually plays like Call of Duty stuff, but he'll play Fortnite with me every once in a while. And my brother, and my nephew. When they feel like it. Which my brother feels like it a lot too. He does not live stream, but he does make videos of shooting, competition shooting. You cannot live stream firearms, but you can push them after the fact. He might be able to shoot a competition right now, actually. That's another big rock. Look at that. Fortnite family indeed. Did I lose signal? Did I lose you guys? My phone says it's still live. I can see the red dot there. If you're still in the chat, let me know. It's possible I just don't have a signal on my iPad. Let's move a little bit closer. See if I just need to simply regain the signal. Because I'm reading the chat from an iPad, but all right, that was close. All right, we should be back live. Got closer to the house so we can make sure it happens. So thank you very much for being here, you guys. Let's see, while we're in the house, I think I'll go get the battery pack because we're at 53%. So let me do that. I'm gonna run upstairs and get the old battery pack so we can continue live. We'll see how long we can live stream. That's a problem with live streaming at my house. No cell phone signal, so I can't even do that. You know? All right, I'll be right back. Let me go get the anchor so you can plug in. Whew. Yeah, don't wear boots upstairs or shoes. Alpha 10, Victor 10. Thank you, Dusty. Appreciate that. Walk right by it. Apologies. All right. Walking down the stairs, and then this is the Anker C1000. You know what the funny thing is? I didn't charge it since the last time I used it. Uh-oh, does it even have a charge? All right, cool. I just gotta hold it down. 69%, plenty. I don't even think I'll use a portion of that today. Last time I used it was at 75%, and it worked fine. You know? It's funny, I'm using the divining rods or the sheath for my knife as the thing. So, all right, I've only got 2 hands. I'm gonna start grinding again. I'll keep you running over here in the shade on the grill. Thanks, Dusty, I appreciate that, brother. All right, so on that note, I only have 2 hands. I'm going to, so I rigged this with 1-inch strap here, all right? So it's easy to carry, like so. It's heavy, but man-packable. It's man-pack. I could give it like backpack slings, and maybe I'll do that. Maybe that's the next project. Why? So I could carry this on my back. You know, instead of hand carrying it like I'm currently doing. Oh, you know what else I need though? If I'm gonna do this? Cord. Dumb. I have a cord in my truck. So I don't have to go all the way inside and upstairs. Again. All messages. Good, good, good. All right. Are we still doing, is it still buffering Orchid Fudge? And if it is, apologies. All right, let's continue on with this dig. I'm gonna do this for probably another hour tops, and if I don't find anything, then I'm gonna call it a quits, because I haven't found the freaking pipe yet, and I'm digging right where I think it should be, unless I'm just way off, you know? Hey Vera, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in again. Continuing on. Lots of gravel here. Not easy. But I'm the kind of guy that I'm gonna figure this out. Now I will be smart about it too, because I do have other things to do. You know, I have work my hour inside. Gotta do the. Why are you digging? I'm looking for a water pipe. That's why I'm digging. I am looking for a water pipe, because I'm going to connect that water pipe to my water meter. The breaker's over there and it's under the concrete. So if I could find it here, I could just connect it here instead of underneath the concrete. Is the train of thought. Looking for a water pipe, PVC water pipe. Thank you very much. I appreciate you liking it, Veer. We'll get to doing the build later on. I figure computer stuff for us on the desk will be in the afternoon streams. While it's nice outside and daylight, I want to get outside and do projects outside and live stream outside and video record outside as well. Got it. Shoe fly, don't bother me. You know that song? Shoe fly, don't bother me. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Shoe fly, don't bother me, for I belong to somebody. Look at those big rocks. Ain't getting through any push rods today, Dusty. Not in this terrain. Not in this terrain, brother. This is not, I do not have normal dirt. My entire yard is like this. And dig very deep. Why? I have no idea why it would be like this either. This is freaking wacky. There's a lot of big rocks here. Deep too. I mean, could that be because they put rock over? The stream's glitching. Yeah, I have a poor internet signal. I have a poor internet signal outside. And hopefully it fixes itself. It comes back, it fixes itself, you know. But yeah, I'll do something about it so that I can have a better live stream experience for you guys, because that's what it's about, sharing and giving you a good experience as well. And so how would I do that? Set the mesh system outside, you know, and have repeaters outside, or bring the router outside is another alternative. I mean, I'm no stranger to hard work, and that's what this is, you know. A little bit of manual labor is good for the soul. How far away is the coast? From here, 9 miles and 1,000 feet. So what is that? 9.2 miles away? As the crow flies, as this drone flies, if the coast is that far away. Not yet, Veer. Not yet. How awesome would that be, though? That would be super cool if I found some gems. Then what I would do is I would sell that gem and use it to pay for this project. Call it a day. Found plastic, not PVC. Hear all that gravel? Some weird, like that's a smooth thing. It's like, was there a house right here where I'm digging before and I'm like foundation or something? I mean, some shiny looking rocks, not gold. At least it looks shiny. I'm not a mineral guy either. A geologist. I'm not a geographer. I'm kidding. It's not geographer. It's a geologist. Geogolist. 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 And again, I'm not putting a lot of effort into it, just letting my tools do the digging for me. As opposed to me putting and destroy my tools. So let it chip away, let it do the job. And then I go in, take it out by hand. Not sounding like plastic, still sounds like rock. What other questions we got in the chat? We got 6 people watching. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Whew. Still here, guys. And you know, funny thing is, I'm having fun. You know, I'm having fun doing this. But if this is this deep, I mean, I feel like I'm at 18 inches right now. And so I should have at least figured at the top of the pipe. And I'm scraping so that I don't bust through the pipe. I mean, it should be, if it were here, right where I'm at. Now the question is, when they bury pipe, do they put a lot of gravel around it? I mean, this is gravel and clay. There's no way. You know? L10. What does that say? I can't read what you said. Tiana's fan vlog. L10. I don't know what that means. Tell me, what does that mean? Loser 10? Are you saying I'm a loser? That's okay if you are. I've been called worse. Let's see. Matthew, my Cherry Rose is here. How's it going now, Jason? It's coming along. It's still coming along. I think I'm about maybe 14 inches deep. Lots of rocks. Hear it? Lots of rocks. And so I think my idea is not going to work, because if I'm at 18 inches deep and it took me this long to get to this deep for this one hole, and I were to do this the entire length of the driveway, I thought it would be better than this. I could deal with tree roots in the way, you know. Here, let me go to the, let me bring it over here. I'll go over here to the chat here. Plug in for a little bit also. Take a break. Take a break so you can see my face. See my face. Do I have a cable in here? No. Do not have a cable here. Whoo! Vlog. Salamat po for being here. But yeah, it's coming on. Ooh, that's a nice cool breeze. Ooh, nice cool breeze. I need a haircut. Look, I got hat head. You can see. You know, I'll get a haircut tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, I thought this project would be a little bit easier. See, there's a big pile of dirt all the way down on the end over there in the middle, where they dug a hole 30 inches deep, and they didn't find any pipe at all, which is where we thought the leak was. I'm digging here. I can't find any pipe either, because I wanted to just go from here to the water meter. Straight shot, reconnect, new line, make a brand new line. Hard to dig, very hard to dig. Very hard to dig. But you know what, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying the process. You know, it's nice outside. Where's this pipe at though? Where is this pipe? Let's try those divining rods again. See if we could locate it, yeah? Because right where it says, maybe it's deep. Maybe it's very, very deep. You know? And I'm simply just not there yet. So here, now it says it's here on the concrete. Which, if that's the case, and this is where we're at here, I am digging in the wrong spot. We're just gonna have to find that locator and dig the hole there, because I'm not finding it. Let's go get a tape measure. Let's just confirm that. Yeah, let's confirm where exactly we are in the thing. So the tape measure is, instead of using a tape measure, I'm actually gonna use a yardstick level. We're just take you guys for a walk. Drink more water, buddy. Thank you very much, Tianis. Thank you very much. Yes, more water indeed. I agree with you 100%. Let me turn that camera off also. All right, let's go inside. We're gonna get a tape measure. We're gonna measure that. I still haven't found anything. you know? Still haven't found anything. Okay, in my wife's garage. Going into my garage. Got it. Not so much for being here and for, but I'm also, you know, I don't even know what kind of tree it is, but it's a pin in the butt. It's living at the bottom. So maybe that's what I need to just do, just top it, and let the bottom of it grow. You know, this tree right there. So I should have grabbed the Gatorade while I was inside. It's okay, it's okay. Let's get closer. Hopefully we can maintain the signal. Over there. Because we're high. Yeah, I put the tripod higher up. So this is a 2-foot yardstick. Let's put it in the hole and see if we're okay. I guess it'll be okay, but we'll see how deep we are. So right now we're at 18 inches. How much more deeper do I need to go before I hit pipe? So we are at 18 inches. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep on digging. And since we got a good signal here, I'm going to leave this here. You guys can watch me dig from this perspective. Dig a little bit more. I think it's just a little deeper. I think it's just a little bit deeper. You know, we're gonna sit down and relax and dig away. My iPad's charging over there right now, so I can't read the chat. Talk amongst yourselves. You know, if you know the answer to somebody else's question, please do that. And do me a favor so that I can connect with you later on if you're new to the channel. Take a look at some of the other videos and just make a comment that you saw me live digging a hole. And that you're a new friend, and I'll connect with you also. Because I'm not busy right now. My hands are full. And I don't have a chat in front of me. And I'm scraping it like this now so I don't puncture the PVC pipe or break it, because I don't want to break anything right now. Big rock. Get that sucker out of the way. A lot of prying. You know why I'm wearing gloves? So I can protect my hands. So I can play Fortnite later. You gotta protect the hands. Everything you do, protect the hands so you can WASD. So you can press record. Sure, you could say record, you know, but protect your hands, guys and girls, when you're working. At least I'm still smiling, right? Could be worse. The frick is that? It's like a broken mirror. Yeah, folks, could be worse. Could be cold outside. Could be really hot. Could be raining. And you know what? If it were any of those things, I wouldn't be out here right now either. You know? Because I don't necessarily have to do this. This is kind of like this is an experimental project. You know, this is me being an engineer and solving a problem. This is me being a problem solver and trying to solve the problem. Like if I were on a ranch, you know, is this what I would be doing? You know, and I had to be self-sufficient. I didn't have any experts to do the job for me. Yeah. You know, or if they were so far away, this is what I would do. I would run a new water line. But I got to find the tie-in to the house. You know, I got to find the tie-in to the house. And if it's not here, where else could it be? Should I dig a hole up over there? You know? I figure this would be the most logical spot for it to be, unless I'm way off. The dividing rod, like, let's say it's here. Should I be, straight line would make it right over here. Maybe I should have started digging here instead. You know? Maybe I should have. I kind of want to now. I thought this would be the right spot. Or it's simply just deeper. And I've yet to find it. All right, we are 18, 19 inches. Nothing there. George, hate to be a Debbie Downer here, but dividing rods have disproven many times over. But it's a fun little gag to use. Thanks a lot, Debbie Downer. Appreciate that. But it's a $20 try. It seemed to have worked because when you stand over the water meter, you know, there is no science behind it though. What do they call it? Ideology or whatever? Ideometry? Andres, I am looking for PVC pipe. And so I made an assumption that that's where it was based on the dividing rod. There is no scientific, reason for it. I wanted to see how accurate it was. And it could very well be that it's there. It's just deep. But I am 18 inches below grade right now, George. Thanks for coming in, Bear. Bruh, appreciate it. But it's a lot of rock here, you know, and no pipe yet. And if this is how much I got to dig through to, 4 inches of gravel, I've been at this particular spot with no pipe in sight. It could be over here also, but the dividing rod said it's right here. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, part of me wants to keep digging and be like, dividing rods work, you know? I found the water pipe. I found the water. So, that's what I'm doing, George. Good to see you, brother. So worst case scenario, I bust the pipe open and I'm flooding out, right? Basically, I'd shut the water off at the water meter, shut the water off at the house so it doesn't all drain into the thing. And then I would have to effectively trench out as much as I could and bury a new line. So I hope to not bust the pipe open. I hope to just find it. Assuming, again, that the dividing rod worked. And it possibly could have worked simply because I willed it to work, because I wanted the water to be here. You know what I mean? So I subconsciously put inputs into the thing. Getting some small gravel, which almost seems like, hey, it's good. Because maybe what they do is they put small gravel near the pipe, and then they put large gravel on top. You know? I mean, Google that one for me and put it in the chat. I'll look at the chat in a second here. I'm gonna take a break. And not being a Debbie Downer, there's truth and reality to that, George. But I got to know. All right, we're squatting. Filipino style, right? Fortunately, this is not a good angle. Straight down. There's push this rock out of the way. Just scrape a bit. Lots of small gravel. To me, that's progress, because we're not hitting big gravel no more. But there's a lot of it. It's packed. So I'm doing a lot of twisting, kind of like an auger. Let's read the chat. Great looking hole though, bro. Thanks, George. I appreciate you, man. I will eat my breakfast. I'm hungry watching you doing a lot of work here. Well, enjoy your breakfast, Cherry Rose. Thank you so much for being here, for taking a moment to spend your morning, your afternoon with me. What time is it now anyway? Probably like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not hungry yet, although I should be hungry. I should be hungry. All right, I'm gonna dig another hole. I'm not finding anything here. I'm gonna trench over there. We're gonna change spots. Why? I think I'm too far in. 7:58 in Hawaii, 1:58 p.m. in Virginia Beach. Let's see how deep this is. Thank you, George. Appreciate you. Let's see how deep this is. Because I am now 19 inches deep. Last time we looked, it was 18. Did not get very far progress. Why? Lots of gravel. But this is small gravel now. So again, it's progress. I'm like, I want to keep going. What do you got planned for the weekend, George? Happy Easter, by the way, brother. Happy Easter, my friend. What's in the agenda for the weekend for today? Eat lots of food, right? You're always eating lots of food, though. Whew. I cannot believe I haven't found nothing yet. Where are those rods at? I'm gonna try it again. Try it again. Wearing a 50-pound ruck, going to be a lot of up, but an equal amount of down. Oh, nice. Right on. 6 to 8 mile hike this afternoon. Excellent. It's good to hear. Your ruck should be no more than 1/3 your body weight, including your water and snacks. 1/3 your body weight. So you got room, George. Let me get those rods. Because they're over here. And we're going to move this out of the sun also. Because I don't want it in the sun. straight, right? Maybe I should be digging over here instead. Right here. It changed to compared to where I did it before. All right, we're gonna dig a new hole. We're moving over here and move down close to the driveway, hoping that I might have a better result. Yeah, I could very well be digging in the wrong spot, because I did shift over thinking that it was be parallel, you know. All right, you saw where I was where I'm gonna go try dig. Trying a new hole. Or they call this potholing, just looking for it. Divining rod says here, we're gonna give the divining rod another shot. Another opportunity to succeed. Part of the reason why I didn't want to cut there, though, let's say I found it, is because that joint that's there, I feel like would over time deteriorate. And if it deteriorates over time, we would get runoff, because right in this low area, we get all the runoff, you know, and I don't want any runoff going into my drinking water. So, yeah, I'm game to dig another hole. I ain't done yet. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the grass a little bit here. Dig the top a little bit bigger. Kind of like cutting sod. If you ever cut sod. Flip it over so it doesn't dry out too much. It's the water pipe. Not. Some black dirt down there. getting underneath. So I'm digging, even though it's the dividing rod said it was here. Because if it's there, I could get it at an angle. Move these roots out of the way. Digging away. A lot of material to move. Sandy. It's nice. Spoke too soon. Can you guys see what I'm doing? All right. We're gonna time lapse this hole. Oh, my battery's dead anyway, so forget about it. And I don't feel like going upstairs. I just want to dig the hole. Yeah, now I got Flintstone song stuck in my head. Big ass rocks. See, when I see dirt like this tells me it's like construction dirt. Because it's gravelly. It looks like it was brought in from outside. So maybe this is where they trenched and put the pipe. Look at this thing, I forgot. Use this to drag. All right, moving along. Basically scraping the bottom as opposed to trying to dig and push the shovel head through because I don't want to bust the pipe. Once again, making sure that I don't bust it open by mistake. Clear out the debris that I broke up. I'm still here, guys. I'm still alive anyway. Still alive and live. I think I'm still alive. Found it! I found something. That doesn't look like water pipe though. Maybe that's sewage. I think that's sewage. Don't want to bust that. But if that's there, I think it's a good assumption that water is next to it. NSF, not safe for drinking water, maybe? Could the water pipe be underneath it? It's all sand. So basically, I gotta find where the sand is. All right, well, I found PVC pipe. It's not the water line. I think this is the sewage line. Poop. Poop water. It's too big to be water. Drinking water. So maybe the water line is in a little bit more. Or did they offset it away? If you're here, Get rid of this for now. Put this there. So no microphone right now. I had to switch over. But dug 2 holes. I'm gonna fill them in. We're calling it a day. We're done for the hole digging, and then I'm gonna do other stuff. What exactly? Probably work on my wife on the shower inside the house. So, will I live stream that? Probably not. Phone is dying over here right now, you know, and maybe not. We'll see. To be determined. But you guys can watch me fill this hole in. So let me go get the tool over here. I'll be right back. We'll finish my Gatorade, and then we'll continue on with the project. You know, continue on with the project. And we're gonna set up a another thing over here. This died. I'm gonna set the iPad up over there just to video what I'm doing. Filling in of the holes. All right, you guys can watch me do this. Got my goods. I'm not gonna move this thing closer. Just watch from there. I'll post a video later on of me filling in the holes. The question is, will it be full video or time lapse? Maybe we'll just do time lapse. I think that's funny. All right. Quirky Lily's here. Thanks for stopping in. All right. I'm done. Holes are filled. Whew. Time to put all this stuff away now. You know, thank you for being here. Thank you very much for being here. All right. Not shaky, but I am hungry now. You know, did some good work. Did some good manual labor here today. I'm happy with myself, even though I didn't get the results I wanted, as in finding the water pipe. Maybe it's good I didn't find the water pipe. You know, blessing in disguise, right? What's the blessing in disguise? Well, knowing that I could not find the water pipe, and assuming that it's underneath the concrete, I will have to have it done by professionals. Get it done properly. It's supposed to be trying to jimmy rig, something like that, which is probably something I don't want to necessarily jimmy rig, in the sense of it's, you know, it's the drinking water. You know what I mean? All right, we're gonna bring some stuff in and over to the side here. Got warm. Got warm out. Who else is hanging out still? Got 3 people in the chat. Say hello real quick. All right. Let's go inside. Put this in my pocket. This is this thing here. Actually, I'm gonna let it dangle, even though it's not in use.